Please subscribe my channel. Something inside me went still. Not loud, not mad, just done. Because this time, getting it meant wiping myself out. Before we go on, tell me where you're watching from right now. A quiet kitchen, a parked car, or a room that finally feels like yours. This is Echoes of Life, and you're not alone here. I didn't turn into the one who gets it overnight. That role grew slowly, like a habit no one questions once it's there. When I was 18, I stayed home, not because I wanted to. Part 2, becoming the responsible one. Because someone had to. Bills came with red marks. The fridge made too much noise. My parents argued in low voices at night. So I took shifts, then more shifts, then double shifts. I paid the electric bill once, then again, then it became usual. My sister was younger. Everyone said she deserved an easier life, more fun, more opportunities. She needs adventures, my mom would say. She's still finding herself. I found myself out of need. I bought food, cooked meals, made schedules, filled out papers, fixed broken things. When the couch broke down, I bought the new one. When the TV stopped working, I paid for it. When rent was short, I made up the difference. No one asked how I was feeling. They asked if I could help just this one time. Holidays were always the same. Her gifts were special. Mine were useful. A sweater, a card, a quick thank you. I told myself being helpful was love, that being needed meant being important. My hands got dry from cleaning. I check the bank app before sleep. If rent was sure, I fixed it. If the car needed tires, I took care of it. Then I set my alarm and did it all over again. Some nights I came home smelling like fryer oil. I dropped my bag and start cleaning anyway because mess made my mom worried, and worry always became my job. I kept saying yes because saying no felt like letting them down, and they taught me to mix giving up things with belonging. The week before the trip, the house felt noisier than usual, not from arguing, from being ignored. Most nights I stood at the counter. I paid for scrolling through work emails, rent reminder, utility notice, a thank you from my boss for staying late again. From the living room, my mom sounded happy. The resort sent confirmation. Ocean view, breakfast buffet. She's part 3, seeing the pattern clearly. Going to love it. I watched from the doorway. Mom waved papers like prizes. Dad nodded, already tired of it. My sister smiled at swimsuit pictures on her phone. No one looked up. I still hadn't heard the words yet. We can't afford 2 tickets, but my body already knew. That heavy feeling settled in my chest. The one that always came before. Let down. The one that taught me to take it without complaining. Hey, I said. What's going on? Mom turned, surprised. I was there. Oh, Sophia, we're finishing the trip plans. It's been such a tough year. Your sister really needs this rest. Hey, rest from what? I thought. Dad gave me that look. One word, sharp as a warning. Sophia, don't make this about you. The next days piled up like bills. My sister asked for spending money. Mom reminded me about food shopping. Dad mentioned a bill. Just this once, and I paid like I always did. Then came dinner. We sat at the table I bought with my first paycheck. The plates were mine. The chairs were mine. Mom sighed and put down her fork. So, about the trip. We want to take you both, she said. But prices rose. Resort fees. Your dad's hours got cut. We had to choose. I stared at her. And you chose her. Mom didn't say no. You're busy with work, she said fast. You hate crowds. You wouldn't like it as much. Dad jumped in, annoyed. Don't turn this into drama. It's just a vacation. There will be other trips, but it wasn't just a vacation. It was me paying the power bill while she went out with friends. It was groceries on my card and thank you, turning into expecting more. I live here. 2. I said, I helped pay for this house. But when it's something good, I vanish. Silence hit hard. Dad sighed again. You're overreacting. Life isn't always fair. Your sister is younger. There it was, the excuse, made to sound wise. That night I lay awake in the dark. They didn't forget me. They counted on me. And for the first time, I wondered what happens when I stop. If this were your family, what would you do? Comment 1 if you'd stay quiet to keep the peace. Comment 2 if you'd finally pick yourself. The morning they left for the airport, the house felt fake. Suitcases by the door, my sister posing for photos, my mom reminding her to tag the resort. I stood in the kitchen with a mug I didn't want, watching them treat me like part of the furniture. Mom hugged me quick like a chore. Water the plants, she said. If packages come, stack them in the hall. We'll bring you something from the gift shop. My dad patted my shoulder. We're only gone a week. Try to relax for once. The front door closed. Their laughter faded. Then the car engine went away. The silence that came next felt heavy and strangely fresh. I walked room to room and counted what I'd bought. Couch, television, microwave, dishes, bar, stools, rug, coffee maker. I pulled a folder from my desk, receipts, email, copies, card statements, proof, with my name on it. I called a moving company. What are we moving? The guy asked. Furniture and appliances, I said. Part 4, packing more than feelings. Have proof it's mine. Will anyone else be there? I looked at the quiet house. No, I said. They're out of town. That afternoon I looked at a one-bedroom near the beach in Myrtle Beach. The hallway smelled like carpet and lemon cleaner. A salt breeze came through a cracked window. It wasn't fancy. It was quiet. The landlord looked at my pay stubs. You sure about moving so fast? She asked. I nodded. I've been on my own for years, I said. This just makes it official. 2 days later, the truck came. I expected neighbors to notice. Nobody stopped me because I wasn't taking wrong. I was taking back. The mover stepped inside. You sure all this goes? One asked. I opened my folder. I'm sure, I said. We started with the living room. Couch out, television down, shelf emptied, rug rolled tight. The walls had faded shapes like ghosts. The kitchen went next. Microwave unplugged, coffee maker boxed. Plates wrapped, silverware packed. The counters looked strange without my things. Every time they asked this too. I checked the paper, then nodded. I left a few items on purpose. My mom's ugly lamp, my sister's chipped side table, my dad's old recliner. I wanted the difference to show. By afternoon, the house echoed. Footsteps sounded louder. Even the fridge seemed too quiet, empty. Space finally matched how I felt there. I didn't leave a note, not a single word. They never paid attention to my feelings anyway. At my new apartment, the movers brought everything inside. My couch, my dishes, my television, my life in boxes. I signed the lease, took the keys, locked the door, and breathed easy. They left me behind, so I stopped holding their world up. They came back on a Sunday evening. I wasn't there, but my phone told the story. First, a text from Emily, then a photo. My mom on the porch, keys frozen, midair. My dad behind her, fist tight. My sister halfway up the steps. Inside the house, nothing. No couch, no TV, no rug, just pale outlines where my life used to be. Girl, Emily texted. They're freaking out. My phone started ringing. Mom, Dad, my sister over and over. I didn't answer. I cooked dinner. In my new apartment, sat on my couch, turned on my TV, the same one they were calling theirs. Voicemails added up. My mom crying. My dad yelling, my sister texting photos of empty rooms. What did you do? I ate slowly. Let them wait. Monday afternoon, there was a knock. 3 sharp bangs. I knew that sound. I opened the door. They pushed past me. I was looking around my place. There it is, my mom yelled, pointing. You took everything. My dad's face was red. This is crazy. You emptied the house. I closed the door and leaned against it. What I took, I said calmly, was mine. That was for the family, my mom snapped. Part 5. Coming home to an empty house. Walked to the table and dropped the folder. Receipts slid across the wood. Like proof. The couch, I said. My bonus. The TV, my tax refund. The microwave, my card. The dishes, my first paycheck. Silence. We were going to pay you back, she whispered. You've said that for years, I replied. My sister stepped forward. This is too much. Sophia, you made us look bad. That did it. Oh, now we care about how it looks, I said. You posted vacation pictures while I stayed home. My dad hit the table. This is stealing. I held up the receipts. Call the police, I said. Show them. He didn't move. My mom sat in a chair. We were worried something happened to you, she said. No, I corrected. You are worried about the furniture. I took a breath. I'm not coming back. This isn't a fit. I'm done being the extra daughter. My dad shook his head. So you cut us off over a vacation? No, I said. Over years of being unseen. They left. Quietly this time. No yelling, just heavy steps. I locked the door. Behind them. That night, Emily texted. They're calling relatives, she wrote. Trying to make you the bad one. I didn't defend myself. I didn't explain. Their story needed me to be ungrateful. Mine only needed receipts. And for the first time, I chose facts over pleading. A month passed and my life didn't break. It calmed down. Mornings were quiet. Now, no bills pushed across the table. No one asking me to cover it this time. Just coffee, ocean air, and a home that was mine. I took extra shifts because I wanted to, not because someone else needed it. Then my manager pulled me aside. Assistant manager. A raise. More say over my schedule. Part 6. Choosing boundaries and peace. Said yes without feeling bad. My apartment filled slowly. Plants by the window. Photos that weren't for anyone else. Dinners eaten when I was hungry. Silence that felt safe instead of empty. My parents didn't go away. They stayed around from far. Texts that started with "we've been thinking." Calls I answered sometimes, short visits. In public places. No money, no favors. No expecting. The first time my mom asked for help, I asked a different question. Do you want advice, or do you want me to do it? She went quiet. That answer told me everything. I sent one message to my dad. No more shared bills. No more emergencies on my card. He didn't argue. He couldn't. My sister acted differently. She stopped defending them, started saying the truth out loud, that she'd gained while I paid the price that counted. I didn't rebuild the old us. I built something smaller, better, optional. One night I sat on my couch and got it. They hadn't broken me. They had shown who they were. And I finally trusted what I saw. I didn't lose my family that day. I found my own calm. If any part of this felt familiar, like, share, and subscribe for more stories of quiet strength on echoes of life. More stories are coming in. You deserve to be seen.